Okay, today we're gonna take a look at my latest remix I did for Selena Gomez and Blackpink with Ice Cream. So let's just get into the project. So this remix, I made it with only using samples in the beginning. So I wanted to make a psytrance kind of drop because the original BPM of the track is 80. So I wanted to double it to 160. That way I could keep the original track at the original 8 BPM. Okay, so let's check it out. Let's start with the build-up. Okay, so we have kind of an idea what I did with the track now. It's it's a hardstyle kind of track drop with some psytrance stuff in there. So let's take a look at the build up first. This is where I started with the track when I made it. So it's just some snares, another snare. Snare, some basses, some sounds from the drop with the filter on it. I pitched all the samples up in the end, so you hear the, let's hear it without the vocal. So yeah, everything pitches up in the build-up. We have a tom and Jane riser, we have another tom and Jane riser. We have some noise to give it some effect. I think we have a endless smile on there too. Let's check that out. So let's check out the endless smile. I think I have it on the master. Yeah, on the master, just smack in the face, and then it just goes. Just to give it some more reverb and some reverb and some filter on it. So yeah, that's why I used endless smile. Another effect here. I normally work very chaotic because I want to finish stuff fast, and so I finished this one really fast. It was like 4 hours or something, 8 hours. And it's because on Instagram you guys were so positive about the track and you thought it was original, so that's why I finished it. So let's go to the drop now. We have a kick here and another kick. One is the clickiness of the kick. I think that's this one. So that's the kick. Together it sounds like this. A little bit hardstyle-ish. So let's go to the bass. So what I did here is I have this bass and this bass. They're different sounds, and I pitched them up and down to get an effect that that is a different note, because if you're using samples, you cannot use the piano roll. So that's like it was like a challenge for me, this remix, to only use samples instead of using the piano roll and what you normally use, piano roll and synthesizers. So I only use samples for this remix because, again, I wanted to finish it fast, and well, with psytrance is mostly samples anyway, so yeah, that's what I did. So that's what I did with the bass on the track. So it's 2 different basses, and that's it. They switch every 4 bars or every 2 bars, and then yeah, they switch a rhythm and tone. Then I have the stabs. Yeah, so I put almost all the steps and some below for extra noise in the beginning of the track. Then they come back, the main 3, they come back, and they make sure that that it's still there, but I use only the extra ones in the beginning and at the second part of the drop to give it some extra punch and to give it some extra noise and impact for the first part of the drop. Then I have this sound here. The same sound, only reversed, and I think it's lowered. Yeah, and the other one too. Yeah, okay. So it's the same sound, only reversed. And I put this one on it too for some extra uniqueness in the sound, because otherwise you have 2 times the same sound. Then I have this sound. The same trick. And then in the second part of the drop, I have 1 single hi-hat coming in. If I was to finish this track like really, then I would have, yeah, so 1 single hi-hat in the second part of the drop, 1 little effect, noise effect. And that make the drop is kind of empty, as it's supposed to be in psytrance. So yeah, it's kind of empty, and I like it like that. Then we come to the breaks. Yeah, let's start with the introduction with the Selena Gomez voice and the Blackpink voices. So it's the same kick as in the drop. With playing the original melody. So I didn't have the original vocal for this, so I just bought the song and then I EQ'd it. I don't even have sidechain. So I have the original song in there, just with EQ to make room for the kick, and the new kick because there's already a kick in the original song, but I made room for my own kick. Then I have the leads. I think it's a few layers of, yeah, Nexus Inspire, and here it's Silent Inspire. It's just soft synths, nothing really special. Yeah, some Tom and James hi-hats, some percussion, some claps. Danian Vreugd impact. Also use it a lot. Then I have this stuff at the end of the first drop. It comes back with the filter on it. So the pattern of the kick goes from a 4x4 goes to whatever this is, and is no longer a house track, so it's more like like a trap beat. So instead of, yeah, psytrance focused, I made it like a combination of trap and psytrance. So I thought it was kind of cool. It was an experiment for me, with my challenges being only like using samples, and yeah, I think it worked kind of. So second drop is faster than the first drop. It has a lot less bars in the original track, so I just kept it as it is and just get the second drop faster than the first one. Then the second drop and the first drop are the same, except for this thingy. There's two symbols in there just to give it some uniqueness, not a lot, but it's something different. Then we go to the third drop. So I actually made 3 drops for this song. Yeah, so nothing really changes with the pattern here. Like a villain, yeah, rah, rah, rah. Only there's no more hi-hats in here because I felt like the track, because it was like rap focused, I felt like it's not needed, and it took away from the cool voice, cool rapper-ish voice from the Blackpink lady. Keep it moving like my Lisa, think you fly, but where you Lisa, Mona Lisa, kinda Lisa, need some ice cream and a pizza. Keep it moving like my Lisa, think you the pizza. So here we have actually a different vocal. So here it is in the sun from Selena. Oh, I think some other lady, but here we have like na 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 na. In the original track, it's the drop. So here I decided to make the drop a little different. It still has the same elements and it's just an add. So I added the snippets of the original track in there. Yeah, so that's part of the original track. I don't know what else to tell you. Just some EQing, and for this, oh, this is something cool. I put the original vocal, that's this. And then I put one octave lower to give it more body. That's it. There's not really a lot else that I can show you in the track. It's a kind of simple project. It's not as big as my normal projects or my original songs, but I thought it did the trick and I can play it live. So yeah, it worked for me. Yeah, that's how I made the remix for Blackpink and Selena Gomez, Ice Cream. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. I will read them and maybe answer them as much as possible. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Side to side.